What's good, fam? It's King David checking in one more again, and this is gonna be real quick. But I just wanted to highlight another one of our issues in the black community, and I'm sitting there chilling on my lunch break right now. But I was thinking about how much money we spend. We spend I've heard like $1 trillion annually, $3 trillion. Not exactly sure what it is, but I do know that we as the black community spend more money than anybody. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we don't spend it with our own people. The black dollar stays in the community like what, 2 hours? So we get paid and the dollar only stays in the black community like 2 hours, something like that. That's crazy. Everybody else recycles their dollars within their community, except for us. And that's a problem. But deeper than that, I'm seeing the contradiction in some people. Us, black people, us melanoid people. The thing about it is that I walk around, drive, ride, whatever. I'm seeing everybody got the latest Jordans that have been recycled 115 times over the last 20 years. The Air Maxes, all the shoes, the Robin jeans, the rock revivals, the True Religions, the Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy ain't really popular no more. But all of these high end, supposedly high end clothing designers, and we'll support them like it's nothing. Gucci, Prada, Louis, Tom Ford, you know what I'm saying, Givenchy, all these designers we support. We spend our money with them. They're not spending their money with us. They're not putting their money into our communities. But yet we're spending money with them. And that's fine. You can spend your money where you want, when you want, how you want. You work for it, it's yours. But I would like to, I guess, throw my peas and carrots in the pot. We're quick to support Jordan, Nike, Adidas, all these clothing companies and things that I just mentioned. We're quick to support that. And we don't complain about the price. You walk into the store, you see that $250 Michael Kors bag, and from what I understand, the dude's racist. He don't like black people having this stuff, but y'all support him anyway. But that's fine. You do what you do. I won't support it, but hey, whatever. I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. But when it comes to a black designer or a black store owner, we won't support them. And when we do, we want to complain about what it is that they're not doing. For instance, there's a clothing line, high-end clothing line out of New York, some brothers. The clothing line was named Elephant, LFANT, and it stands for Live Free Above Negative Thinking. They're right up there with Polo and all them, as far as like in terms of quality, you know, as far as the things being made, um, the material that's being used, the stitching, you know what I'm saying? It's right up there with Polo. Black owned company. They got some very, very nice nice items. You know, I'm not really affording clothes right now. If I do, I might go to the Dickie store and pick me up a couple pair of pants for like $15, $20. I'm not no huge over big spender anyway on clothes. I mean, I can go to Walmart, pick up a pack of Hanes t-shirts and be cool, you know what I'm saying? Put a little starch on it, iron it up, and be straight. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Because I don't need clothes to make me. Man make the clothes don't make the man. But when it comes to us, y'all want to complain. I done seen so many people be like, well, elephants so expensive. If they really want to reach out to black people, they should lower their prices. Really? So, if we want to appeal to black people, we should lower our prices? Why? It costs as much as polo. It's on the same level, if not better, as polo. You know, as Lacoste. Well, Lacoste was started by a black dude, from what I understand. But it's on them same lines. It's on them same level. But yet we want to complain about how much shit costs. Like that's ass backwards. That doesn't make any sense. In fact, it pisses me off because you walk to a store like Nordstrom's. I've never been in a Nordstrom's, but from what I understand, they don't have price tags on their clothing, on their shoes. What they got is for rich people. Rich people don't ask how much it costs. They just buy it. So you'll go in there, you'll go buy some Prada jeans that might cost you $200. You don't trip off of that, but when it's a brother or a sister who doing something and they want to charge fair market value, y'all niggas want to complain. Well, that's too expensive. They don't make that for black people. First of all, they're making the clothes for us, but that doesn't mean they can't sell to other people. But the fact of the matter is, you don't complain if it's a major clothing designer that's white owned. You don't complain about that, but if it's us, you want to complain about the price or you want to haggle the price down. If it's a black grocery store in your neighborhood and all of their items cost $1 more and they're in your community, you want to complain. Well, these bananas are too high. This is too high. That's too high. They should lower their prices. They should do this. They should do that. But these same people who are going out and supporting these white clothing designers, these white stores, you don't ask the white man to lower his prices. It's cool. You want to be in style. You want to be in fashion. I understand that. But the thing it is, when it's us, we always want to complain. We don't support enough black businesses as it is. But when we do, we always want to complain. If I walk into a store, I get my computer fixed, and the dude tells me it's $45 to get fixed, and he's a black man, I'm not going to argue with him. That's the price. This is not one of these negotiable situations. Okay, it's $45, cool. Fix it. If it's a white man, you walk to the store, oh, that's going to be $2,000. Or if it's a white auto mechanic, oh, it's going to be such and such to fix your car. Oh, okay, go ahead and fix it. But when you go to a black mechanic, well, I don't know. I don't really trust this person. That might not be this, and this might be not be that, and they trying to screw me. And my God, come on, people. We got to do better. We really do. And on the flip side, those of us who do own black businesses treat other black people like shit. You really do. Like, for instance, in St. Louis, where I live at, St. Louis, Missouri, there's a ton of tire shops. Ton of them. Especially when you rolling down Martin Luther King. There's a gang of tire shops. And one of my best friend's father owns a tire shop. A nice tire shop. Not one of them little rinky-dinky places. But, okay, you got to start somewhere. So, you can support the little rinky dinky places. But at the same time, okay, example, friend of mine has a Hyundai Sonata. I think that's what it is. She needed some tires, so she goes to this place that one of her children's father is friends with the owner, and she had like a blowout or a flat on the back, and had another one that was a donut. And they put the used tires. They weren't new; they were used. They still had some tread on them, but they put the used tires on the back and left the ball tires on the front. But good customer service would tell you that on a front wheel drive car, you should put the used tires that got the tread on the front and put the ones that have less tread on the back. That's simple. And I was asking her, I was like, okay, I see you got your tires. And I was like, why didn't they put the tires on the front? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I hate it to be this way, but if that was a white person, they would have put the tires on the front, or they would have asked, "Excuse me, sir, ma'am, would you like me to put the new tires on the front, seeing as how they have more tread? It's a front wheel drive vehicle." Or they would just automatically do it. Hey, I put the front tires on, I put the new tires on the front, I put the old tires on the back. Simple. But we don't do that. We don't go out of our way, and then when somebody say something to you, you act like you ain't did nothing wrong. You act like you didn't remember. Same situation I had with old boy. When I was telling that nigga he was foul for going to Subway, he could, well, I don't see it that way. Right. I'm sure you don't. We gotta do better. On the buying side and on the selling side, we gotta do way, way better. We gotta stop treating our people like they shit. We really do. We gotta start complaining about the prices. I mean, yeah, sometimes we are higher, but sometimes we have to be higher to compete. It is what it is. You don't complain when there's an Arab or a Chinese person, but when it's us, you want to complain. I mean, there's a store down the street from where I'm living now, Shugs. Now, Mr. Williams, the proprietor of the store, he runs it, him and his family. Some of his stuff is high. I'm not going to lie to you. If I needed something, I would definitely. I mean, it's not like I don't go down there. I just don't buy groceries from his store. It's like a little mini store, like a little bodega, a corner store. I go buy tea, juices, bellows, lighters, whatever. I don't too much do any shopping, but it's a grocery store up the street. But I do support the man. Some of his prices are higher, but he trying to compete. I don't complain about it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We all have to compete. We can't lower our prices or lower our standard because of what you think we should do. Because at the end of the day, when we go out of business, you just drive. You don't even give a fuck. You just keep going. Just keep going. You don't even care. I always want to complain. Well, that's too high. Well, this is this and this is that. Or they should do this and they should do that. Well, what are you doing? That's what I want to ask you today. What are you doing? I'm not talking about all of us. I'm just talking about the ones who always want to complain about black businesses being high or being this or being that. You know, like we have terrible customer service. I understand that, but we have terrible service when it comes to dealing with others of our community. So it's really works both ways, like I say. People talking about Kanye West clothing line. Kanye West clothing line looks like shit. People want to complain, well, if Kanye really cared about the black people, he would make clothes that we can afford. That's not what that man wants to do. He wants to make high-end clothes. They look like shit, but hey, that's that man's vision. I ain't gonna shit on him. You did? But like I say, if you take an elephant and pull it up next to a polo, you automatically go to a polo. Why? It's got the name, it's white, or you just don't think black people should charge as much. So you have the same shirt, same size, same material, same color, same everything. It costs $50. It's a polo shirt. It costs $50 from Elephant, and it costs $50 from Polo. I'm just using these as an example. They look the same, but you'll look at the white polo shirt, the white owned polo company shirt. We like, oh, okay, that's a nice price for that. But then you look at the black one, it's exactly the same quality, exactly the same price. Well, that's too high. If we really cared about the black community, we would do this. Look, why can't we have high-end clothing stores? How come we can't charge what we want? If your prices in actuality are too high, you will go out of business. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. But if our prices are spot on with the market, why are we complaining that the shit is too high? I gotta eat too. If I run a business, I have to be competitive. I have to eat. My family has to eat. If I'm running a business, I have workers who need to feed their families. So why would I not be competitive? It seems that we have a problem with us being competitive or charging money. I guess some of us have the feeling, well, since this is black owned, this should be free or it should be cheap. No, it doesn't work like that. We're all competing, and you have to be competitive. If this gas station is charging $2.25, nigga, you gonna charge $2.23 at your gas station. So you can be competitive. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. You dig? That's just something that had been troubling me for quite some time. You know, we don't support our own, but we'll support somebody who's deliberately racist, like Timberland. Timberland's racist. We support them. We don't say shit about them. Don't say nothing about that. You support all the racists. The Michael Kors, supposedly Tommy Hilfiger's racist as well. Not quite so sure. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I've never seen any real concrete proof. But I'm just sad. I'm just hurt at the fact that we always want to downplay each other. And we always want to downplay our products and downplay what we do. But when it comes to somebody else, you won't say nothing about it. Maybe it's because we believe white is right. Maybe we feel we owe each other something. But I'm telling you, if I'm doing business, I don't owe you nothing. Now, there's a difference between walking in the store. If you are a repeat customer on something, sure, I might throw you a discount. All right, no problem. I'll throw you a discount if you're a repeat customer or if you buy enough product. But it's not going to be free. It's not going to be free. But you won't dare tell a white man that his prices are too high. You'll just keep buying them Trues and Robin jeans and all them old other shits. And won't say nothing, but then want to complain about black business. And how we need more black business, but black business is too high and they're few and far between. That's because you're not supporting them. So, that's it, fam. I will holler at you guys. Peace out.